I'll pray for her. What's her first name? Can we have her first name?
I'm gonna go live right now and say everything
All right.
real quickly. My thing is doing something weird. I'm sorry, guys, that we're running a little late. I've had a festive day at home. We are live right now, so I do want to say a quick hi to Kathy, to Betty, Betsy, to Jackie, and of course to everybody who's here: Diane, Cynthia, and Melissa. My mother-in-law took a spill a couple of days ago and was laying in her home for about a day and a half. And so my husband is at the hospital, and everybody's saying I should have canceled this. I would have if I could go to the hospital. I can't, but when he comes back, we're probably going to switch. So this is not going to be a long 2 hour chat. We're going to do this quick
45
and
minutes.
dirty, an hour tops, because I know we like to watch it while we're doing it. But I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring my duties as
No, no.
moderator and whatnot. We just got some stuff going on. And
Well, in a way, it's good that you have this to do to take your mind off of the fact that you can't be at the hospital right now.
because she's
So,
a nice lady. Her name is Esther. If anybody wants to send out
everybody
any
pray for Esther.
thoughts, any prayers, however,
Say a prayer
um,
for her.
It's a
yeah,
beautiful
she's
name. I love that name.
she's physically not well, but she's okay. If I don't
Okay.
know how to put it, and we
A
don't know.
broken. This is how I think I'm going to die. This is my
No,
great. No, this is my greatest fear in this little apartment. You've been here, you know, in
yeah,
a senior community here, that I'm going to lie on the floor a few days before they find out I'm dead, and nobody's going to know it.
Oh, well, Cynthia, if you're at a senior, don't they check on you every day? Doesn't
Oh hell
somebody-
no, no, hon, I'm in an apartment building. We also have families in the building. It's what do you moderate
Yeah.
income, a moderate income public housing kind of a thing. It's not
right.
public, and it's a step above that, but not much. But
Uh-huh.
But it's not
Mhm.
assisted living where somebody comes in and
no,
checks and helps. She needs
no.
assisted lifting, and we've been trying to convince her to do that for about
Yeah,
2 years.
right.
Yeah.
And
That she
we're
should.
as bad as this is. I'm hoping it'll give her the kick in the rear to go. You know what? Maybe I
Exactly.
can't live on my own.
Katie with
Yeah.
a broken hip, she's going to end up in a convalescent hospital for probably half a year to a year. And
Yeah,
most people that go in die the
don't
first
come
year.
out. Yeah. Oh, no,
No.
don't say that because I don't want her to pass away. I just want her to have some assistance. And if
Yes.
we had a bigger house, she'd be here. There wouldn't even be
Yeah.
a question. We just don't let it's for her mobility issues. This home is not set up for her. And so,
Hmm.
yeah, so I'm hoping she'll get assisted living here in town. And
That's why I got a 2-bedroom apartment. So if I need a caregiver, I can have room for the caregiver already, and I'm
yeah,
allowed.
yeah, because I all I'd have to do is give up this space, and it wouldn't be that big of a. I mean, it would be, but it wouldn't be. I could do it,
We would
but
hate it.
she can't get around here.
Mhm.
The bathrooms are not set up for people who can't climb
Yeah.
over and into, and we don't have the
Hmm.
funds really to
Right.
redesign things or move. We got this house for a song, so yeah. Anyway, that's what's been going on with our life, and that's why I'm a little late. So I do apologize to everybody. Let's get started. Cynthia in her notes. I'm probably going to
Cynthia.
moderate more than anything else today with
We have
my
all our
own
papers.
opinions. Okay.
Season 8, episode 4. And luckily for Katie, this episode moved the fastest of all of them so far
It
for
was.
me.
It was very
It
quick.
was,
Very
it was
fast.
like, as I told Jackie, I said I wanted
Am
more
I?
at the end.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it was number one. I love Metin Hussein. He's one of my favorite. And Jackie and I were talking about our favorite, all
Of the
the four,
director.
the top four or
Director.
5 favorite directors. You know, Anna
Yeah.
and God, who else I forget already. But anyway, Metin Hussein is one of my favorites, and I love the way he directs. And he proves it in this episode because it's so sharp and crisp,
Yeah.
and just the pace is perfect.
Now,
Yeah.
may
moves-
I say something? I was
No.
just
Yes.
talking to my son-in-law and my friend today, and they think, and I don't, but they think that they're dragging everything out. What
No,
do you say
oh,
to that?
no,
I
no,
don't think. Yeah, they said the
no.
thing with Fergus, the baby Faith. They said they're dragging it all out too much. I
The
I
faith thing,
disagree.
the faith thing is contentious, but I think this episode
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
perfect to kind of be the join between. I mean, the first 3 episodes were so pow, 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 pow. Let's get everything jammed into here from like 14 different books that we
Right.
can, and move it
Yeah.
around a little bit, shift it up, season this to season that, or book this, book that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
And
love, and I love to see Marcella and Fergus and Roger and Bree together.
Well, this episode did that. This episode did that because we got to see all of the peripheral characters we know and love so well. And there were some exemplary or some incredible bits of acting by each of our beloved actors. You know?
Yes.
It gave them a chance to shine and showcase their character. And I think that was important at this moment because we're going to go from episode 3, which was like so far my favorite episode. And we're going to go to episode 5, which I have a feeling is going to also be incredible. And sorry I'm not on that chat.
No, they're setting us up for some good stuff. But, well, that's why I like the comments on the side, so everybody who's not in the chat can have their say. And so thank you. Jan is finally here too, and she says she disagrees. She disagrees with your family too, Diane. We all think your family's nuts.
Yeah, we think you're nuts.
I disagree with them too. Don't feel badly. and I just want to say too, Melissa, we were in Savannah, and I thought Melissa was going to get very upset again about the layout of Savannah.
You and me both, Diane. I had the same thought when I was watching it.
I hope Melissa doesn't get upset tonight. I really
no, too late. I'm going to get upset again.
She was gunning for somebody. I don't know who. One of the showrunners. She was gunning for them.
You ranted for 20 minutes last time about Savannah, and we all listened because we knew you were right. But we don't have that tonight. And actually, we're taking.
I thought, oh God, we're in Savannah again. Melissa's
I'm just going to get by one statement.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
The beach is 18 miles away from downtown Savannah, and you cannot hear it. But in the background between William and Amaranthus, you can hear ocean waves.
Yeah, that's true.
You cannot hear the ocean from downtown Savannah.
Well, I'm filming it in Scotland, so
maybe they're supernatural creatures and have extrasensory audio.
That's great.
Melissa, is it right when they say they can hear the French ship with the cannon? That's believable. Oh, okay.
Hutchinson Island is across the river from Savannah downtown. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so that's believable. Okay.
The name Melissa, when you heard the name Francis Marion, did you get the same reaction I had?
Which was?
I learned about this guy in history class.
The Swamp Fox,
Swamp Fox, yeah.
That's what
except this guy doesn't look anything like that. Swamp Fox.
Well, no, because the other guy had a bigger hawkish nose, and he also had crippled legs. Crippled legs.
And I loved all that curly hair he had in the back. He had long curly hair. That was interesting.
Yeah. Well, the hat. They did get that one weird hat, right? Because he did wear that hat.
Yes.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. Okay.
And that once again, props to the costuming department because they are just so incredibly on. One of my I wanted to be a fashion designer, and so I studied historical fashion my whole childhood. I get books from the library and yada yada yada. Anyway, so Jamie brings out the gold. He cuts to the chase. We go from his opposition in the last episode to he walks in with the gold in his hand, and the directorial skill here is to encapsulate because they know we know the story basically,
right?
And they kind of know we know the story, and so they just jump to the chase. So it just cuts out this whole swath, and we move very quickly into Jamie saying, basically, we got to do this.
My position.
Talking about what's going to be happening, how it's going to be happening,
and they did change that they left the kids at the ridge.
Yeah,
that was, originally they took them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, working with kids on a story on a TV show is difficult. If you cut out the kids, it's less takes. We can put it together faster, and it makes the stuff happening with the adults a little cleaner.
Yeah, definitely. You didn't see any kids anywhere in Savannah. You didn't see Marcel and I don't know where their kids were, but it does make the show run more smoothly. Yeah, definitely.
Right. Yeah. So Roger mentions why wasn't General Marion in a film? And the look on Jamie's face is just like, and then they all realize, wait a minute, he doesn't know what a fucking film is. Let's move forward now. That was a cute little scene, I thought. That was sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
I really enjoyed, again, before you say secondary characters, I usually call them the second generation. I liked everybody at the print shop. We go
Yeah.
over. Everybody knows that Fergus prints some things on the side, but
And
then
has
they
hidden
try to stay
tiny holes.
neutral. And then
Tiny holes.
Brianna's there to paint a picture. And
Yeah.
I do the comment that she could paint the whole family.
Yeah.
And
You need to send to Philadelphia to get a bigger canvas.
yeah,
Mhm.
because those two make kids like it's a contest.
Yeah.
And we are winning.
Yeah.
Well, but I think, like we said earlier, they're basically coming back to these characters that we know and love that have been so much a part of the whole story all the way along.
It's so
And
good to see them together. It's
Yes,
so nice to see them
and
talking
what's her
together.
name? Why do I have a hard time? I wrote her name down.
Marcelly, Lauren,
Lauren
Brianna,
Lyle.
Lauren
No.
Lyle.
Yeah, Marcelly.
Yeah, Marcelly. Lauren. And anyway, she has some really beautiful scenes. That's farther ahead in this, but we can jump. But anyway, I loved seeing her showcased the way she was. And of course, Fergus is always great, you know.
Oh, love Caesar. Caesar's just fantastic.
Yeah,
We just
and
had a
I
show
love-
of Caesar.
And I
Yeah.
love when they opened that sauerkraut.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
What
was
is that? smell?
I love that.
My grandfather, Jack Reichard, had those wooden crocks of sauerkraut. He always
Yes.
had sauerkraut in a house. You know, he was
Yes.
a German Jew, and I grew up with sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut.
Gotta have your
Oh, I don't like-
sauerkraut. It's important.
By the way,
Yeah.
I'm finishing off your mother's challah. I divided it into 4 and froze it in different bags, and it is so enjoyable. It's amazing that you can freeze it and then
Yep.
let it come. It's just incredible bread. It's just tell your mother it's the most delicious bread I've ever eaten.
I will pass that on, Cynthia. Let's see. What do we do? And meanwhile, Jamie has a bit of an issue. He's got to get
yes.
the rifles, but he's not sure who's loyalist and who's patriot. So he and Ian and which of the
Josiah.
twins? Josiah. Thank you. Go and are basically recruiting and feeling
Yes.
out some of the folks. Because
Right.
Josiah has been there the whole time. He knows some of the outposts. So does Ian. He came back earlier. So
Yeah.
Jamie and
And I-
Claire still aren't really familiar with how the ridge has grown while they've been gone.
He's been there longer. He's been
Yeah.
there all.
And he's
and
gone.
I like that he's taking names.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Taking names. I like that they'll have some kind of order, that he's taking
But then I
names.
think this is he's found out by going out to collect the rents that the majority of the people on the ridge are loyalists, which is the
Mhm.
opposite of what he thought it would be. And then Claire says, "Well, wouldn't the Ardsmer men be loyal?" And he says, "Oh yes," but he said, "But that's not enough."
Right.
Mhm.
And,
Mhm.
and
Well, and it kind of makes sense if you go back to a couple of seasons ago when
Yeah.
Jamie lit the fiery cross. He was rallying the troops to fight with him, yes, but they were fighting for the king. They were rallying on that side. So he's got, and even though they probably are aware that he was fighting for the Constitutional Army, that's not right. Continental Army, my Caesar all mixed up. He's going to have a hard time convincing everybody else who had earlier fought with him on the other side to come join the rebels. The Rebel Alliance
Right.
could use you right now. And Darth Vader is nuts. So we need to go and take him.
in the end, Darth Vader redeems himself. So
Yeah, well, George doesn't. So we're just going to go with my analogy.
And I like where Claire said that all the men from Ardmore, I don't know how to say that.
The Ardmere, yeah.
Ardsmer.
He said they'll fight with you, but
Yeah.
he said that's not going to be enough. He said
It's not
we
gonna be
have yeah. He said
And realistically, he's right. He's
He's right.
absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
because there's so many more people who've come to the Ridge as a Scottish settlement, number one, over the years. And the initial flush of settlers were the people who were escaping Culloden.
Right.
And that's
Mhm.
that's when my Scottish ancestors came over, was after Culloden. And
Mhm.
so we've been here a long time, not as long as my Mayflower ancestors, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa,
You gotta
are you
trace your origins back to Jesus, Cynthia. We're gonna have to change the name of the cast. Moses, my great. Never mind.
Oh, actually, we could all say that.
You know what? You know what I'm saying, though, hon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's not true, I'll make it up. Okay.
Sure. Who
So
might have
can-
Fergus?
My favorite part comes up because when Jamie and Ian and Josiah are out recruiting people, they come upon a Scottish man who's looking for the Mackenzies.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so excited.
And
And I think they brought Buck in to fill in the place of Bobby Higgins because
Oh.
Bobby Higgins is really helpful to Jamie while Roger and
That's
Ian are
true.
gone. And Bobby is not in this at all. So they had somebody to replace Bobby.
Well, you're
Yeah.
talking.
They
You're talking.
picked Buck
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
picked Buck because he's family.
Yeah.
yeah. And I kind of felt they brought him back for a reason. There's
Yeah.
got to be a reason
You
why
know,
they
it's
brought
nice
him.
to tie up the end of his story. It's nice to know that Robert Cameron is dead and no longer.
Yes.
That's what he
Nice-
said. That's what he said. Don't have to worry about him anymore. Yeah.
You know,
That's
nice-
what he said.
tiny fragment of dialogue, and you learn a whole lot of history that you don't get.
The
Yeah.
only problem with that is I'm like, well, that's the story I want to see. I want to see Buck go after Rob. Come on. Where's that?
I want to see that.
Flashbacks.
I wanna see that.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe we'll get a flashback of that
Yeah.
when he tells
But-
Roger and Brianna.
Yeah,
Let's
And,
hope,
and I,
let's hope.
imagine, I imagine Bree and Roger will be so happy to see him
They-
when they get back. I think
they'll-
they'll be so very happy.
Well, they
well,
were
the
worried
kids are happy to
Remember,
see
they
him.
were worried
The
about
little kids, Jemmy
They
and
were,
Nancy
yes.
were so happy to see him,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Well, and having him come forward doesn't change much either because according to the timeline, he had passed, he died.
exactly.
So him
Exactly.
disappearing into time,
Dead.
not a big
Yeah.
deal.
The only
No.
problem that we have is that Buck had a heart problem when he came through the
That's
first time.
right.
He had a heart
Those-
problem while he was there, and now all of a sudden everything's okay.
He'll be
I
great.
bet-
So we don't know how long he's gonna last. We don't know how long Buck's gonna last.
I'm going to predict this. Buck is going to die.
We're all gonna die. I mean, this is not a
Oh,
big
yeah.
prediction.
Yeah, that's a problem there.
Maybe he ran into his mother again and she fixed him.
Vita's all excited. She says, "Yay, Buck is back." He said Cameron would not be a
said that?
problem anymore. Vita. Vita is
Yay.
excited on it. Yes, Vita. We're all
Yeah.
good.
I
Does,
clap.
may I, does that happen in the book? Does he come back in the book?
No,
I
In the
don't
book?
believe so. No.
no.
Oh, this
No.
is
no, okay, no.
But I hadn't heard that.
But Marta
Okay.
didn't last 6 books or whatever, however many seasons.
Yeah, and
So we'll let
Thank
him
you.
get away with it with the characters we really like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But only the ones we really like.
Yeah, just the ones we really like.
we all love Myrtle, yeah. Mm.
What
By
are
the
we
way,
up to now?
I noticed today, did you guys see the video where, somebody sent, anyway, I'm not going to talk about it, but they were talking about the fact that Buck in this episode looks more like his father in Blood of My Blood. The characters, the two actors, look more alike. And
Oh,
somebody posted that video
Bit.
a bit, but if you look at I forget who it was one of the fan groups, you know, but
Right.
and because Lord knows we're inundated with them, but it's like, oh, interesting was
well,
that
what
that
did Jamie say?
producers, that
Jamie said
producer.
you
You
remind
look like your
Jamie
dad. Yep.
me
like
of
Remind me of your father. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go, right there. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And can we get back to the part where the sauerkraut and Fergus goes? I thought this was so funny. He said, "I'm going to find a German who
Yeah.
will eat
Find
the
some German
sauerkraut."
Well, that's where
Mhm.
sauerkraut originated, was in Eastern Europe and Germany. And
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
thought that was so funny. He's going to look
another-
around for a German.
Did you catch that Brianna said that our mother's name was Beecham
yes,
to
Yes.
Fergus?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was nice. She considers
Yeah.
him her brother.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's another little bit later, but that whole, not that much later, that scene was really lovely. And you know, it just, you had to kind of have that wrap. The thing is in the book is far more nuanced, as from what I understand.
Oh yeah. There's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
details, and it takes longer to get there. They went from I need
Here
to
he's
talk
like,
to
this-
Fergus to hi Fergus, we're going to tell you some new information. I mean, it was really very quick.
yes.
Oh, that
Yeah.
that part, I
Mhm.
did not. For some reason or other, I thought that the Comte Saint-Germain thing was just a little tiny fragment. Now it's a big whole thing.
It's a big
Yeah,
whole
that's
thing.
a big whole
Mhm.
thing.
It wasn't in the book, was it?
And
The
and
Count
Fergus-
Germain part?
Yeah.
No, fact that he was Fergus's father.
Yeah, that was in the book.
Yeah.
It was
because-
in the book. It wasn't that
Yes.
big a deal,
Yes.
right? Was it
Yeah.
that big a deal in the book? It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
He did nothing new was added to that scene. What was there was in the book.
Wow.
That the whole thing was in the book. And Fergus,
But I think it was more
Fergus-
set up in the book, wasn't it?
well,
Well,
it took a longer time for Mr. Bouchon to find Fergus. There was
Yeah.
a whole lot of, we're seeing this guy, we know his name, he's walking around. Isn't it a funny coincidence that he has the same last name as Claire?
Mhm.
Well, they
They
can do
pronounced
that
it
in
the
the
French
book.
way.
They
They
can-
made sure.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can do that in the book, drag it out and everything.
Yeah.
But Fergus
Yeah.
had such an attitude when he went there, He
Well, I
he
would
had a
too.
chip on his shoulder. He was so suspicious about the whole thing. And I don't blame him,
Not you be? I would be. I would
Yeah.
be very.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah.
He immediately glommed onto the fact that the guy wanted something. I mean, he's
Mhm.
intelligent enough to know you want something because, well, he was raised by Jamie Fraser, the man
Right.
with the greatest instincts in the world. But anyway, so he just picked up very quickly on this sleazy guy, and as he even says to Marsley later that he would sell himself. Well, we saw the scene where he was
Mhm.
stroking the side of Lord John's thighs because obviously they'd had a relationship before, and that in that little tiny, how many seconds long clip was that, they just totally told a whole story.
Yeah.
Guy
Mhm.
a sleazy
That
old
said a lot. That
queen.
said a lot.
said
You know,
a-
I will say something real quick. The directors, the creators, the writers, everybody who was involved in this show,
Showrunner.
they
showrunners.
expect showrunners. They expect, and they are very right to do so. They expect their audience to be intelligent. Okay.
Isn't that nice? That is so nice. That's not like
it
reality
is.
TV where they expect you to be really stupid or politics.
That's why there are certain shows out there where you can tell that the creators, the people who put the shows together on whatever level, they assume that their audience has the intelligence to follow small hints,
Mhm.
small clues that might take 20 minutes to write down in a book, but is an instant on the television screen. And I appreciate that because I'm not dumb. And I appreciate people noticing that.
It's the only kind of stuff I watch anymore. I cannot stand stupid stuff.
No,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Even when Sam talks about he's watching his reality shows, it's like, what
Oh,
are
Sam.
you? Oh, God. But then I think, wait a minute, this man is so busy. Maybe he needs some real downtime in the beta brain stage or whatever they call it.
Turn the brain off and enjoy
Turn
it.
the
Yeah.
brain off,
There you go.
turn on reality TV, watch something that's really unreal.
All right, let's head back to the story. What are we doing next? We got
Claire and Franny are alone at
Yes.
the house in Fraser's Ridge, and
And it's
Fanny-
making noises and the
Asking-
wind. And
yeah,
she
she's
looks out
asking
the
if houses
window.
are haunted and if Amy's haunting her cottage, and she wants Jane to haunt her, and
yeah.
Yes.
tells
And then
her
she
Claire tells her
fixes
that
the
it's okay, that she's with you and she's not going to forget you. And then
she
Elspeth
looks
comes
out the
up.
window and sees
Yeah.
that horrid woman coming up the.
Cunningham.
just like
You
a
and
witch.
your little dog too.
Yeah, that was great.
I wrote that down too.
Right, exactly. Dun, 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 dun. That's what it was like.
Hear that song?
And then Claire fixes her shoulder and she says, "What is it? Grass combing son of a buggering sod."
That's right.
And Claire says, I always wondered what glass combing meant.
What is
Grass
grass
combing,
combing?
And little Franny
Grass-
got a big
grass
kick out of that. Little Fanny got a big kick out of that. She looked the way she looked at her. That was
Yeah.
adorable.
She was
Yeah.
startled and she said she hadn't heard language like that in a long time. And Elspeth looks up and says, "Where'd you hear that?" And she said, "Oh, lived in a brothel." And she said, "I guess whores have virtues too." And
Yeah.
she says, "Well, if you consider satisfying a man by 2 minutes by the clock," and she says, "That's
That's
a
a
skill, not
skill."
a virtue."
During-
And
That-
Claire's
during
over there just
the
going, "Ah,
during
Yeah,
the
can we
time
please
that-
stop him? There's a son."
There's a lot that happens this episode, but that's my favorite conversation in the entire episode.
But as you're watching this, you realize that old bat is getting drunk.
Oh, yeah.
That's while having that conversation,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
she's got softer edges to her than her son, who's basically by now we all know is an evil guy, and he's very menacing in this episode. And that scene, Claire actually backs up against the sideboard where her medicines are and stuff. And I think, wow, Claire, I've never seen you so threatened before, you spunky bitch. But anyway, the look in her eyes is like, she can see the menace. Maybe because her powers are coming to her. She can see how menacing this and evil this guy is. And the mother even basically kind of breaks in, and
well, you know what I'm thinking. Does she tell Jamie this? Because if she tells Jamie this, he's gonna have a fit. She's gonna be very angry.
I don't think he was as much threatening as he was just plain rude.
Oh yeah,
really rude.
In the door, you do not barge in somebody's door like that. Number one, you just don't.
That's right.
Yeah. Would you say that he was trying to intimidate her? Is that the way you would put it?
Yeah,
but he didn't implicitly threaten her.
He doesn't have to.
But he acts like he owns the ridge. He walked in. He didn't go to the surgery. He went straight to the house part of the house instead of the surgery. And no. The way he carries himself is, I own this. This is all mine, or it will be damn soon. So yeah. No,
exactly. And it just, there's also in this thing is they talk about what's his name, Fergus. Unfortunately, it's Ferguson, and he was real, but that he was so terrible that he burned down people's homes.
Yeah.
Another wooden house on the ridge that got burned down once before, and it's just like, and then we know about what's going to happen with Fergus.
Yeah.
But fire thing is.
Oh, that was.
Ferguson, he's a real person in history.
He's a real,
yes.
All persons.
Just like Marion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Some not so good stuff. That's as politely as I'm putting it.
No. Where are we, Dawn?
We jumping all over, getting mad at stuff.
I know.
There's so many different scenes that come up. The
next scene is Bree and William Beat.
Yes, loved that.
Comes down the stairs. He's like, "Oh wow."
Oh.
Okay, and Amaranthus being all jealous was hilarious.
Oh yes,
like, oh
that
my
was
God.
funny.
Katie, we both have a little thing about Amaranthus not quite being kosher.
Yeah, I don't care for her. Something not right.
Manipulative and looking out for herself only.
Yeah.
Which, some women do, but the decent ones don't.
The meeting of William and Brianna was really nice.
Yes, I know.
It's what, Melissa? It's what?
It's her son too.
She's looking out for her son. But anyway, it's just a little ick. But the thing I want to say that's not going to be popular, I have discussed this with I think Jackie before. The weakest actor in this whole series, and if you're going to hate me for this, Sophie Skelton.
Okay, we'll hate you, but we're going to move on. I want to talk about one. I love the scene between Brianna and William. It was very sweet. It was a fun conversation. And they catch up with each other, but kind of get to know what she knew and what he knows now. So that was really great. My big issue with any of this having to do with William is I'm pissed that he would be going after his cousin's wife when he suspects that his cousin is alive. I don't see that. That's so out of character of the man that we've seen grow up and we've seen on screen. I have issues with how they wrote him. I don't care for it.
Well, number one, if I may say, I think Brianna and William will become close in the future.
Sure,
they seem to have something's going to happen. Number two, that I just don't like her. First of all, I don't think she's pretty. I think she's weird looking. And no offense to her, I don't mean to be mean. And number two, she just came out and said, "Why don't we get married?"
I know.
Yes.
That's not William pushing it.
That girl's
the one pushing.
She's got some brass. She's got some brass.
I think she's shady. I think there's something going on. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I'm sorry.
She's like, what's his name? The nasty guy that raped Brianna.
Yeah.
She's looking out for number one and her little baby. And Katie gave her that grace of that she's looking out for the baby. Yeah, she's looking out for herself.
I get that on one level because of the time and how when women were limited with what they could do to survive. Fine. But in the same breath that she says, you could give your title to an heir.
Exactly.
She also says, titles don't matter to me. I was like,
Right.
wait,
Right.
what?
And let's get married. Let's get
Yeah.
married. You know? Come on.
You know, the
Let's
thing
make a baby.
she gets so jealous of Brianna just because she's beautiful, and it's like, this woman is very insecure. You know, you just know as a character.
Well, the reason because Brianna was beautiful is because she could tell that there was something between them and she didn't know what it was.
No,
Right.
and as she ends up saying, well, he must have been a very striking man, and of course, you know, William says he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
They're wrong.
Brianna's is obviously gorgeous, you know, and Brianna doesn't have that low forehead, which God, I hate low foreheads. Sorry. I do have prejudices, and one of them is I like high foreheads. Some people.
I just heard tonight that a high forehead is a sign of intelligence. The
Well,
Chinese
yeah.
say,
That's one of
like
the myths.
Confucius, the higher the forehead, the more intelligent you are. So
I
there
don't
you go.
believe that.
Look at the woman with the high forehead over there. Yeah, sure, Melissa.
Let's all shave our heads.
I don't
and
believe
look
that at all.
smarter.
Yeah, I've banged. They're covering my heart.
My big old forehead is why I lived most of my life with bangs.
That's my note.
Look
Anyway,
how smart I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brianna does apologize to William for not telling
Yes.
him
Yeah.
that she was she and her family were his, and that you know, she felt pressure from John and Jamie not to
Right.
tell her, and
William agreed with her. William
Yeah.
agreed with
And
her.
William holds
Yeah.
no malice towards Brianna.
Yeah,
None
that's right.
whatsoever.
He said that had I found out at the age of 18, I would have blown my brains out, basically, is what
Yeah.
he says. And then he said,
Yeah.
wait, but not because
Wait,
of
not
you.
because of your family, but because
I couldn't
Yeah.
I
handle
mean, your family.
our family, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
There were some good one-liners in this all the way throughout. I wrote
Yeah.
them all, but I'm not going to read them now.
the writers
What?
had some fun with this, and
They
they
did. They had a lot of fun.
absolutely should have. There were some good moments to have some fun with in this one.
Oh, of course. There always is.
A lot of
Definitely.
catching up. We did a lot of catching up. We did a lot of encapsulation of events.
Mhm.
So it gives us a timeline kind of thing where they just, you know, the first 3 episodes, I was overwhelmed with the way they were
Oh
like
yeah,
powing us.
Mhm.
And this episode, they kind of gently nudged us through these scenes. And that's why I like Hussein. You know, I'm sorry, as a director, he is really excellent.
well, and the
Kudos.
scenes were a little longer in this episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't. We
Thank you.
talked to them for 5 seconds, and we're going to talk to them in 5 seconds. It was more like 20 seconds.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
It was more relaxed, and yet it was swifter, you know. Oh, by the way, what is does anyone remember the English name of swiftest of lizards? Swiftest-
Ian James.
Ian
Ian
James.
James.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Important
Is
to
he-
know later on.
I was going to say, why do I think this child is coming into the ridge somehow?
Because you're an intelligent young woman.
And I have
Check out that forehead.
But,
And what
well,
did
they-
everybody
hey, we're the kids.
what did everybody think about the conversation between Brianna and Lord John?
I loved
That
it.
was,
Always,
that was
yeah.
that was a very interesting conversation. She
Lord
pulled
John.
stuff out of him why she was really there and everything, why he wanted her there.
They know each other, and they have a special kind of relationship.
Yeah.
And because he loves the Jamie in her, number one. She's a female, but he only sees Jamie when he looks at her, basically, which is the only reason he could stomach marrying her, you know, and in whatever episode that was. But
Yeah, many
which
moons
were-
ago.
oh God, I'm gonna go back and watch that. Anyway, so David Barry was lucky enough to be the main thread that was kind of pieced this whole episode together one way or
Yes.
another.
Yeah.
You know, because he sends the letter to Fergus about meeting Beauchamp, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
and,
Yeah.
and in the end he confesses that he wants Bree there because she's the only one who can explain to William or help William understand,
Right.
because she's
Right.
through the self same experience,
And to accept who he is.
Yeah.
because it's
You know?
true, because it's honest and true.
But I think
Mhm.
in most ways he has kind of come to terms with that. He's too busy worried about other stuff right now
Well, they fast forwarded to that. Yeah, they did. They
Yeah.
kind of like pushed it together.
Well,
now-
that Amaranthus or whatever her name is, she's like a millstone around his neck right now. He's got
Yeah.
a lot of things.
He's
thinking
just
about
horny.
her.
He's horny, Diane. He's just horny. He's young. He's horny. You know, I mean, he's gone from one woman to another woman, and he sees this beautiful, and she's throwing herself at him. Number one.
Yeah.
And she
I
actually
think
might,
he can do better than her. I'm sorry. I think he can do
Yeah.
better than her.
I think we all agree on that.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. Yeah. And
Well,
then there was the part when Buck comes, the kids go, "Oh, there's Granddad," and they run down and they
they're
run
so
to
excited
Buck.
to see
They-
Buck.
Yeah, that was a good part. I just love that so much. I thought that was such a great part.
Well, yeah, those kids running up to Buck like that, it's cousin Buck. It's like that cements the whole thing together very
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like nobody needs to have any doubt about this guy. He's family.
I want to run back real quick because we talked about it for a second, but where Fergus does meet with Bouchon and tries to impart on him why it's important that he take up he's an heir. He
Yes.
should, say it, declare it, so that Bouchon can buy this big parcel of land from Fergus and create a French
Right.
colony. And I love the conversation he has with Marcelly later about
Mhm.
why we might want to be wary of this. We're
Yes.
trying to escape a king. It
Yes.
would be weird
Why
to
would-
start another colony that's ruled by another king.
Mhm.
Melissa,
But
you're
what's the most important thing that he says? He says, "If I accept that, I have to accept the comp as my father."
Yeah,
But he said,
he has a great man
"My
already,
father
right?
is Jamie
Yeah,
Fraser."
well, he's actually got a greater man than the Comte, because the Comte was a real person, of course, but not necessarily a great guy. Melissa, you know the history. Are they talking about the Louisiana Purchase?
No, they're talking
Too
about
early.
the old North Territory, which is around Lake Superior and and Michigan and that area, all up in that area.
In Michigan, yes. I wondered. Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
yeah. Well,
If
there's
you
a lot
look
of
up if you look up Old North Territory in Google, it'll come up and it'll show you a map of where it is. But it's
I
around
Googled
that
it.
area.
Googled so much today. That was the last thing on my list I didn't get to. But Katie and I both know how many French names are in the Midwest, don't we?
We're it's either Native American names or French. That's all there is around here, man.
Terre Haute, which is Terre Haute in French, which it means high ground. Gosh, we even have where I grew up, West Lafayette, named after General Lafayette. Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines is French. The French were all over this place. And of course, they came down from Canada. The beaver trap. Oops, I'm way off track. Sorry.
Yeah.
But-
Indiana's
but-
included in that too, by the way. I didn't realize
it
it.
is.
It's Michigan,
Mhm.
Indiana, Ohio,
thought-
Illinois. Yeah. Okay.
But
Cool.
But now in the book, they said he doesn't take the money, and because he doesn't give up Fraser as being his father. And my friend told me that because I didn't read the books.
Yeah,
That's
me
what
neither.
she told me. Is that true?
They're not
In
going
the
to tell us.
books. Yeah. We're
In
not
In
gonna
the
tell you.
in the
It's
books, no. I think he just doesn't trust Percy and doesn't want to be involved with him, and is too concerned about what will happen if he does get involved with him, other
Yeah.
than anything else.
Yeah, well, Percy's
So
not.
Percy's bad
he
news.
refuses. he
Percy's a-
refuses the money.
Percy's
He
bad. Yeah,
refuses-
he doesn't believe him in the book as much as he does in the show.
Oh,
What happened to Katie? Katie got disappeared all of
Now
a
I'm
sudden.
here. I need to do something real quick, and it doesn't need to be on camera.
Oh, okay. Katie's picking her nose, everybody.
No, I do that on camera so everybody could know how to do it right. So yeah, I think they foreshadow his decision by
Yeah.
discussing why it would be a bad idea.
Yes. Yes.
They've
and why he
dedicated.
doesn't want to do it? Why he refuses
Yeah.
to do it? Why he doesn't want to do
Exactly.
it? Right?
Well, the
So-
thing is, Fergus is such a patriot. That's just it. He cares more about what Jamie has taught him about being a patriot and fighting for right.
Oh yeah, that's how he grew up.
Yeah.
He grew up fighting the English because the king was wrong, and getting under the thumb of another king is not part of his plan. So
Well,
yeah,
especially in like what, how many, 12, 15 years that king's going to have his head cut off. But
but they don't know that. Frank didn't write that book, and Bree didn't bring it, so they don't know that.
Claire knows it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Diane, you have beautiful hands, Diane. Show me your hands again. You have beautiful hands. Do you play piano?
Me?
Yeah.
Hands? Kidding?
Yeah.
My poor withered hands. Thank you though. Thank you very much. But they're kind of bumpy and sorry. Thank you for that.
You're welcome,
All right.
sweetheart.
What do we got next,
Okay,
guys?
now-
Got to keep this ball rolling.
Okay.
We bounce back
the
and forth.
Yeah.
The
So
next part
the next
is-
scene is actually Bree and John together and talking
Yes.
about why she's there and how John's worried about her, about William, and
Yes.
Bree says she'll help. And then we go back to Fraser's Ridge, and Rachel sees the newspaper about the massacre.
Yes.
That's right.
And,
Oh.
That's what I was going to bring up. Yes.
Yeah,
Well-
and she tells Ian when everybody comes back, and Ian says he has to go, and she says she'll go with him, and he looks relieved that she said she's going to go with him.
Yeah.
So they get ready to go, and Claire's trying to talk her out of it, and she's like, "Would you let your husband go see his first wife?"
Without you.
They're doing that. Didn't like it.
700
Hell no.
miles.
You've got
Yeah.
a point.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like what you're saying, girl. The thing about Rachel that I like is that, you know, as a woman, she could have hidden that fact.
Yes.
Because she's number one. I love Quakers. My favorite aunt was a Quaker, and it's a wonderful. If you have to have a religion, be a Quaker or a Zen Buddhist. I don't care. Anyway, she does. What's her name? What's the actress's name? Katie.
Izzy McHale.
Izzy Meikle.
Izzy Merkel Small.
She does a beautiful job with what the
Oh
suppression,
yes.
the suppression. Almost you can see this. She's trying to be a good person. She hates the fact that she's jealous of another woman. You know, that's just against everything she believes in, and she does an exquisite job because she's got this squalling. Number one, she's got the squalling baby, probably has colic. But anyway. What is it, the word they call them? Catamount. Catamount.
Catamount.
Yeah,
Yes.
cat and mouse. Smells like a
What
cat
is
and
that?
mouse.
What is that? What did that mean?
That is an old world. I can't. Well,
Look
look it
that
up.
up.
It's
It's
the
a panther.
horrific noise made when a
It's a mountain lion or panther.
And that's what they call a baby? They call a baby
No.
that too?
no the
Baby doesn't
noise.
know.
The noise that he makes is like that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's like the
All
cat
right.
screaming.
Diane, have you
I
never
get
been
it.
around a baby with colic? Have you never been around a baby with colic, Diane?
Oh yes, yeah,
Okay.
I have.
They just
Yeah.
stopped
I've
crying
never
from-
had a colicky baby. All my babies.
I
were.
never did, but I've been around babies. And
I
my
was-
sister's babies were,
I was a
Yeah.
colic baby, and I have
couldn't
a
keep
broken
them quiet.
I was a
Yeah,
lucky baby, and I have a broken tailbone because my mother said she picked me up one day when I was an infant and slammed me down on the countertop because she couldn't handle my crying anymore.
Oh my gosh.
oh my goodness.
Told me this and crying because she couldn't get rid of the guilt until she told me. And
Yeah.
yes, unfortunately, I have a broken coccyx. My whole spine has been affected by this.
Oh
But
my-
you have a really great reason to run around saying the word coccyx, and that's just fun.
Coccyx.
Coccyx.
Okay.
Anyway,
So anyway, the catamount baby is screaming all the time because it probably has colic.
That's what that means. Well,
If Claire had helped that baby, she would have figured that out, but she didn't
Yeah.
have a chance because they had to go rescue the Susquehanna people.
but you have to realize the amazing thing that they're doing, going 700 miles
yeah.
in a wagon to find. I mean, I just can't imagine it.
He's
with a
checking on
baby yet,
family,
you
though. I
know?
mean, these are the Frasers.
Yeah,
Of
I
course, they're
know.
going to go that
Yeah.
far to check on family. It's not a
Mhm.
question of should we. It's when are we
Mhm.
leaving? That's
True.
all there is to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And just to get off on a tangent, that Izzy Merkel, she was on Call the Midwife
Yes.
the other.
Yes.
Did you
Yes.
see her?
I
She
am
was
about to
very-
binge all 8 episodes. I just have not started. I was waiting until. So I'm all
Outlander
set.
And guess on Call the Midwife. Guess what her problem was?
No
Nearly sickness.
spoilers.
She- Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. But she was very good in it. And
I'm
it was
sorry,
very
but I
funny
had to
what
mute
happened to
Diane.
her.
We
Pardon me?
really will miss her.
Okay,
I'm
so
just trying to tell you
who
what
wants to get
how
away?
great she was and what she did.
Save that for the next members chat.
You know what? There should be members.
Jamie and Ian are together,
Yes,
and they're
thank you.
talking.
And it's
And
oh, the whole thing.
He said Jamie wants him to go to the brothel in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And he said,
Yes.
"This is going after my first wife trouble enough," which is the funny part. But then the second part is he wants them to find out more about Jane. And my thought is, okay, they knew about the captain from Abbott. Why does he need to go back to the brothel? Because
Yeah.
they've already
What else
talked. They had to talk to
That's
Mrs.
what I
Abbott
thought.
to find out who the captain was.
Well, they're
So
going to
why
find
did they have
out
to go back?
something. Now,
Yeah, what else does he
Verify.
need to know?
Verify.
What
They
else
need to
does he need
verify
to know?
stuff.
That's what I thought, Melissa. Exactly. What else is there to know?
that's
But
because
you
we
know?
don't care. We
We
don't
don't.
like the Faith storyline.
Like-
We don't want the Faith storyline, so we don't care about the damn brothel. But they're going to do it any damn way. So we're going to have to go.
I just feel like there's not
Katie,
really any reason to do that.
Katie,
Now
has to
that
go
we've had the first part.
guys,
Yeah.
you know what I loved? I loved the prayer Jamie said at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
that
nice.
was
Well,
lovely.
wait,
Yeah.
you're missing something though.
All right,
missing
Melissa.
you're missing him asking him to be there for Kings Mountain.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
no,
What
yeah.
is it?
Oh,
What did he
yes.
say? What
And
does
then with
he
my,
say?
he
No.
says that it says his father's gone, he will guard his left side.
Guard his
That
will
was
protect
really
you.
cool.
That's right.
Good night, ladies. I love you all. Katie, go to the hospital.
No,
No,
wait,
no,
that's
no,
not
I-
it.
But
It's
he's not
over
home yet. He's not
Oh,
home
I
yet.
see. Okay.
And
And
Jamie,
the
Jamie
thing is-
didn't tell Ian that he dies. That Frank
He
said
doesn't
he
tell
dies.
him
He
in the
doesn't
show.
say that,
No.
but Ian gets the feeling that something is amiss about that.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
said, "I will protect you. I
Yes.
will be." I love that. I just
Yeah.
love that.
It's a beautiful
That-
scene. It's a beautiful
Yes,
scene.
it is a very beautiful between Ian and his another one who considers Jamie his father. Just
Of
like
course.
Fergus.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
you know, definitely.
Okay. And the last part of it is we go to Savannah and Roger meets with Francis Marion and he
Yeah.
says he's gay and Francis is all for selling him weapons. And then as soon as he
Yeah.
finds out it's Jamie Fraser, he's like, never mind.
No.
That
No.
was the end of that. And
Yeah,
I love
Roger-
that he wrote
Roger,
on the guy in mud. It was and Roger goes, "It wasn't mud. It was
wife's
blood."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
her blood. And he's like,
Yeah.
I don't care if the Continental Army has lost confidence in this man. I'm not going to give him weapons.
Okay, guys, time out real quick because in this there's two sentences here where they sum up a whole bunch of stuff about the trial and somebody's trial and something else.
Lee's.
Otherwise, huh?
General
Let's-
Lee.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Or else, what would have happened?
He would have been
Jamie-
hung.
He would have been
Jamie
hung.
Fraser
Would
would
have
have been hung. Yes.
Right, right.
Oh, and except for Lafayette's good word.
Yeah,
But the
Lafayette's good word.
Lafayette
Yeah.
spoke up. for him.
Yes. But the thing is it's like a whole freaking storyline in two sentences here. You know?
Yeah.
So it amazes.
Well, and I'm
Okay.
glad they threw that in because from our side, Jamie did everything right. He was by his wife's side.
He
He
saved his
fought as
wife.
long as he could. The war, where the battle was won, so he didn't. To us, he didn't leave.
He didn't do it
But
wrong.
to anybody else, to any soldier who was still
He
fighting,
deserted his post.
exactly, exactly.
You
And
don't do
so,
that you do not
Yeah.
do that in wartime.
no.
It's AWOL.
Yeah.
It's AWOL. You know what did
No,
they,
exactly.
what do they do
Yep.
for people who do that? Definitely. And what they're yeah.
That
Oh,
they
it's like-
really set us up for the next episode in a
Oh,
lot
sure.
of ways.
Sure.
And you know
I'll
what?
send-
And what's
$20 to anybody that wants to trade next episode with me.
Well, I always
well,
tell
what-
my
what was
daughter,
to-
my
I-
kids, when they're in history class, history is the coolest class because if you like stories, you're going to hear tons. You just have to imagine what somebody like you would be doing during
Yeah.
the story that they're telling.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Mhm.
this when Roger's in there, you can tell there's going to be a pivotal moment where you're like half going, "Oh, cool, he gets to fight for our side," and on the other side, "Oh crap, he's going to be fighting for our side."
He doesn't really want to, and he doesn't really want
No, it's not who
But-
He's not a soldier,
No.
even though he is absolutely willing to stand up with his family and fight.
Right.
That's not who he is. It's not his personality. It's not his upbringing.
Well,
It's not who he is.
No.
So
well, that
I'm
was
concerned.
interesting. What may I ask? What made him change his mind? I mean, he said you can come and bury the bodies.
He's
That's what
also not
Marion
the guy who's
said.
going to sit and watch everybody fight and
He's-
die around him.
And then
No,
he thought
that's-
for a minute, and he said, "Well, I'm not good with the gun," but he said, "Hand me a sword."
Yep.
Did he think by going into the battle maybe he could go find Bree and be with her instead of
No.
just hanging
No.
around waiting for everybody?
I think that's what's happening.
I
No, what's
think-
happening is he can't stand by and look at people dying in the cause of righteousness because he's a righteous human being. This
Yeah.
is the whole thing about Roger is an incredibly righteous human being.
Yeah.
He lives his truths. And that's why we love him so much. You know,
Yeah.
he basically, he's not perfect. He's not Jamie Fraser. He doesn't have everything that Jamie Fraser has. Well, what he does have is Jamie Fraser's daughter. And so anyway.
But he's innately good. He
He's
sees the
innate-
good in others. He wants to do good himself. He is
Yes.
innately good. So he's not going to watch folks around him
No,
fighting
die.
and dying and not lift a finger. And
No.
he's honest. I can't
Right.
shoot straight, but give me a sword and I'll do what I can.
He
Yeah.
said, "I'm good with
Yeah,
the rifle."
This is why I think to me Roger is possibly my second favorite hero in Outlander. I love Roger. I love that whole character.
No, I do.
Mhm.
I enjoy him. I enjoy him better in the
Mhm.
books than I do on screen, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
But I still
It does.
enjoy Richard Rankin's portrayal of him.
Yeah, Richard Rankin's great.
I've been-
He's a
I've been a
great
Rick-
actor.
I've been a Rick Rankin fan for years. I've watched him and stuff.
I always wanted to see him in that Rebus. I always wanted to.
He's good.
Oh.
He's good in Rebus. You should watch Rebus. All of it.
Melissa's not making a
good.
good face.
No,
Oh,
Rebus is a
listen.
horrible character. He's an alcoholic. He's a slob.
I love him, Melissa.
It's crap. I love Richard Rankin, but the character is great. And I don't.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
Melissa, I read the books a long time ago and I loved him.
he's
So
great.
I'm sorry. He
He's
is.
an alcoholic jerk.
Well, he
how
is.
about Lauren Lyle in that role
good.
she plays? Is she good in that? Lauren Lyle, she
Oh,
plays
she's
that.
She's fantastic
she's
as
great.
Karen Peary. Oh yes,
Good in
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
he's great.
Karen
I-
Peary. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I
of.
saw
haven't watched
that.
them yet.
I
Yeah,
saw that
that's very
before I saw
I
Outlander.
hope to watch her. I can watch her on Amazon Prime. And I
Yes.
wanted to watch her series. Yes. So that's worth watching, but Rebus isn't.
Yes.
Huh? Rebus is not
If,
good.
if you like, I mean, he does a good job of playing a drunk ass jerk.
Yeah,
but
he does. Yeah, he does.
but I don't like it. I don't want to watch him like that.
Well, then don't. Did
All
you,
right,
did, you ever,
everyone.
did you ever watch Shetland? Did you like Shetland?
I didn't see that
I
one.
love Shetland. That's one of my favorite series ever.
Shetland?
No,
Shetland.
did not see
Who's
Shetland.
Oh my
Who's
God.
in?
I watched the other Rebus, the older guy that plays
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
and I didn't like that one either. So
Oh, so you don't
I-
like the
I
don't-
just don't like Rebus.
You don't like the
you like
character.
the
You
storyline.
don't.
No,
In the,
no,
I do like that line. I don't know why. I don't know why. You're a bartender, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Vita is reminding us that Richard Rankin will be in season 2 of The Forsyths. I believe I saw
Oh.
that somewhere ages ago. And
Oh,
Kathy
not
says,
the fourth
I
side.
don't know if Roger is the best representation for family in war times. He always gets into trouble. This is true. What's he gonna do? Get himself strung up again?
Yeah.
No. Oh, please no. Please no. That was horrifying.
No.
And I'll never forget how Jamie beat him to a pulp. I'll never forget that in the very
Oh, that was
beginning.
awful.
Well, neither
That
will
was-
Roger. Neither will Roger.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
For
and
sure.
I also want to say thank you to Lauren Gavigan. She says, Katie, wishing you the best for Esther.
Yes, we all pray for
Love-
Esther.
Fergus,
Yes.
love Fergus from the cute curly-haired Pickett to
Yeah.
a father, husband, and yes, Jamie's son. Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what did I think we've gotten through most of this episode or enough to go, huh?
Yeah.
A lot
Pretty much.
happened. What did we think? Was this better than 3 or on par
Oh.
with 3 or?
3. Okay. 3 was to me the most emotionally pivotal episode so far.
Okay.
Okay. It demanded a lot of me. It gave a lot to me. like any good relationship. But anyway, it, 3 had a huge impact on me. And this episode, though, flew by. Like I said, it just,
It did. It was, yeah.
Sorry. Metin Hussein is just an incredible director. He just can, he's flawless. He just, I wish he could direct all of them. But anyway, I just, this was a good episode because it not tied things up. It allowed things to flow through.
Yeah.
You know, like the warp and the weft of the story. We have to keep things kind of all, you know, we need to keep things weaving and moving. And it does a lot of things. It brings in a lot of characters that we know and love. And it pushes them forward a little bit. And it gives us a lot of insights into what we're supposed to be thinking in this show.
Yeah.
Oh.
It covered a lot of territory, of territory. But I think it's done well. And I said to my son-in-law, and I said to my friend, I said, I have faith in these showrunners. I've enjoyed all these episodes, and I think everything's gonna. I trust them to do well by Outlander. They've done all these years. I don't see how they can mess it up now. I really do. I have faith in them.
Except with the faith thing.
And thankfully, they skipped a bunch of stuff. It's like, really?
Yeah.
It's like trucking along.
It's Matthew B. Roberts' fault, right? It's Matthew B. Roberts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Couldn't be
And
Meryl.
Meryl Davis too.
Yeah, we don't blame Meryl.
Yeah, they will though if something doesn't go right. But
we know we're going to get a movie, right? Now we know we're going to get a movie.
No, I keep saying it. If I say it enough, we'll know it because they'll have to do it.
You're not the only one saying it. You're not the only one saying it, Katie.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
And what did you think, Melissa? Overall,
I liked
for this
it.
one?
I thought it was really good.
Me too.
I even though this one was fast, I thought it was less rushed than some of the other ones,
Yeah.
and I like that better about it.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean, they got rid of a bunch of tedious stuff in the books and condensed it together very nicely, and so I thought that was really good.
I just want to say there were some really, really nice conversations. There were very nice conversations between. And like I said, the part with Marcellet and Fergus and Roger, I just love them being together. I just love
that was agreed.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Well, everybody, Vita's giving it a 5. Kathy's giving it a 5.
I'll give you a
Jackie,
20.
forever being extra picky, a 4.8. Love you, Jackie.
Oh, that's Jackie. I'm sorry. Take that.
Yep.
Erase. I never say that.
She's stingy with her 5s.
She is. She's stingy with her 5s. We can't all be 5s. They can't
I
all be
think
5s.
Stan has to be naked in it for her to give it a 5.
That's how Jan gives everything a 5.
We have to give an ass shot. Oh no, that's Jan.
That's definitely Jan.
No, I think that this one flowed a lot more easily because they spent more time on scenes instead of hopping back and forth and cutting when they really didn't need to.
Metin Hussein is an incredible director. I'm sorry. I want to go look up his other shit and see what else he's directed. He's that good. Yeah.
You know, this was a good one, and it got us all set up for things we are pretty sure are going to be taking part next episode.
Because next episode, it's halfway done. It's halfway finished. You know?
Yeah.
I realized that today, you know?
We got some introductions to the things that we should be seeing very soon. If not next episode, then the one after that. Very, 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 very soon. So, which still leads me to wonder how they are going to end it. I mean, exactly where are they going to end it? And so,
won't end it. Maybe
keep
they'll
us
leave
on our
it.
toes.
I hope they leave it hanging. I hope that we see Jamie and Claire aging and being beautiful together on the ridge and at peace.
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
The alternative.
Then there's no movie.
No, but the alternative ending is that Claire comes down with first corona type virus and she can't cure it and can't heal it because she's never experienced it. And so she dies. And then Jamie drinks the, yellow jasmine to kill himself and die next to her, like Romeo and Juliet.
God,
well, Romeo and Julieting the ending. I don't like that one. No.
I think Jamie's gonna die, and
No,
and
he's not.
and what's her name will come to her full potential, Claire,
Yes.
and her
him
hair,
back.
and she'll bring them back to life,
Yes.
and her hair will be all white.
Well, I think
Okay.
everybody's expecting that scene in one form or another. We're all
Diane,
kind of
yes.
expecting that to happen at
I
some
mean, we
point.
all know that's going to happen. This is already a given that
But
Oh,
happens.
so
I-
I shouldn't have said anything then.
No, you're fine. But a lot of
Yeah.
people are comparing this to, we're going to get an ending kind of like they did for Downton Abbey, where you can see that being the ending, but keeping it open enough to continue telling some sort of story,
Exactly.
some
Exactly.
added bits.
For continual to keep it going.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it doesn't have to be huge, but it's going to be a plot line that maybe was barely touched on in the show or wasn't touched on at all, but is a big part in the books. So I think we gotta keep an open mind on the ending, but I'm always just
Yeah.
curious. I'm
Well,
also
didn't they say that if it is a movie, it'll be Diana's last book that she's
Yes.
doing next? They talked
Basically-
about that too. We
Yes,
don't know
because
what's
they
gonna
aren't
happen.
including book 10 in this, as far as I'm aware of at all. This is
Mhm,
purely
mhm.
books, pieces
No,
of
this-
7, 8, and 9.
No book
Mhm.
10.
Yeah,
So
no
if
book
they
10
do
in this.
anything else, it's going to be book 10, and hopefully they will do justice to it when it
So
happens.
Sam
Mhm.
still knows what the real ending is, but we're not going to get it, and he's not going to perform it. So that's annoying. That's got to be kind of annoying for him.
Boo,
Yeah.
hiss.
Yeah, yeah. He thinks
All
he
right.
knows the ending, you know. He thinks he knows.
I don't think
he-
Diana lied to him.
I
Yeah.
think he knows
Unless she
Diana.
changed her mind, she might have changed her mind. To change
Oh,
the
yeah.
ending.
No,
Yeah,
no,
she
no,
doesn't.
no, no.
He is a
No?
person who changes their mind that often. No.
No, there's some things authors have pictured in their head. Nothing's going to change it unless the editor scratches it out, and then they'll still fight for it. And the ending of a book, yeah, that's going to be kept. That's going to be exactly what she envisioned as best as she can. Yeah, yeah.
No, and this is how much of her life? How many years? When did she start writing?
A bazillion years.
91.
90. Oh, I thought it was 71. Silly me.
91.
No, 92 is when it was published, I think. Or is it 91 that it was published? I thought it was 92. that it was
I
published.
thought it was 91 that she started writing it.
That's
No,
very
she-
possible.
She
That sounds about right. That
woman
sounds about
astonishes me. She astonishes me. She's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to know more about her as a human. I really would, because I think she must be an incredible. You met
Oh.
her.
She's just hearing her talk about her past. I mean, she's incredibly intelligent. She used
Yeah.
that intelligence to the best of her ability.
Yes.
She's in a position to take care of herself, married or not, but she loves the man she's with and her
Yeah.
children. And so, yeah,
And
she's an
her-
incredible person. Yes.
Yeah.
And you have to remember she was writing.
She just
this
needs
book
to
when
hurry
she
up
had
and finish this
children,
last damn book.
and she had
Melissa, behave.
yeah.
All right, guys.
She
I'm
can
gonna-
write what Frank knew and then more stuff about Master Raymond or whatever, but finish the dang book.
Yeah.
It takes her longer to write this the last book than it did all the other books combined, you know? For sure.
Well, I'm going to end this here
Talk about
because
dragging it.
I'm expecting either a
Katie,
text or my
love-
husband to be
love
coming
you, John.
home.
Katie, much love to you, and prayers for your mother-in-law.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And
Yes, I
hope
hope
she-
she's doing better.
Yeah. Send any
There-
good energy towards my mother-in-law. She is a one-of-a-kind person. She drives me a little bit crazy, but I could have lucked it. I could have gotten
Well, I
way
think my
worse mother-in-laws,
family
really,
tells
truly.
me driving me crazy is a short trip. So
Mhm.
But yeah, we think she may have broken her hip. I haven't gotten an update from him because I think he's just
Right.
freaking out, which I don't blame
blessings,
him.
blessings, darlings. I love you all. I'm going to
Thank you.
sign out because
Yeah.
somebody needs to do first.
All right,
Yeah.
go. Love you all. Thank you so much
Love
for
you.
joining. Thanks to those
Okay.
of you who commented throughout. Thank you, Diane and Melissa and
You're
poor
welcome.
Cynthia. And good,
Yeah.
hi, Shirley. How are you doing? What are you? Was it? You got to go to bed. You're supposed to be in bed 10 minutes ago. And Shirley says hi and bye. Good night, honey. I love you.
Bye,
Go brush your
Shirley.
teeth.
Bye,
Diane
Shirley.
says bye, Shirley.
Take
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Love you guys.
care. Bye bye
It's
now.
exact-
Have a good night.
You too. All right, guys. That is the end. That is the craziness. That is the insanity. That is the fun. Episode 5 is going to have Jan, Jessica, and Jackie. Hopefully, Jessica will be able to join us. Jessica's alternate name is I Smoke and I Know Things. So, still will be the first time we've seen her. And, yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. I will see you guys another night. If you didn't catch the update today, go check that out. It is still up. And thank you so much, Jackie. And yeah, anybody who's got good vibes to put out. I don't like to say prayers because not everybody is a prayer person, but however it is, you wish someone else goodness in their life. My mother-in-law's name is Esther, and she could use whatever good energy can be put in the universe for her right now. Thank you, Vita. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Betsy. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, everybody who joined us. Lorraine. I'm gonna go. Love you all very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that other fun stuff. I don't have enough energy to go through the whole list. You all know what the deal is. Love you. Hopefully talk to you tomorrow, unless I'm at a hospital. And I will put up a notice on community posts to let everybody know if that's the case.